Ladies and gentlemen, a moment ago I wanted to do a video just to ask the people of Minnesota and the people in those countries, in those states, in those cities, where they are frustrated to the point that they are executing perhaps riots and looting, and as a means of their frustration. I wanted to say to you that I want to ask you to stand down, to stop doing these things. Well, the damage has been done. America has been exposed for what America is, how it really is as far as its people of the states are concerned, and especially about those blacks and people of color and the minorities. The world knows. Now, the world also knows that we're tired and we are fed up with it. We're fed up with the cops killing people. We're fed up with people just blaming and putting stuff on blacks, just totally disrespecting. We're tired of it, and now we have made the statement. So let us stand down and give those who have the authority to deal with this. See if they're going to pass on it like they have been done in the past, or whether they're going to actually do what they're supposed to do. And in the meantime, we're not stopping. We're just stopping the looting, stopping the violence, stopping the damage to property, and use that time to talk about one another and talk about what we're going to do for ourselves to eradicate the possibilities that this will ever happen to us again in the future. How are we going to deal as a black people, as people of color, as minorities? What are we going to do to protect ourselves from this ever happening to us again? Somebody said it might be essential, my friends. It might be essential that we change the system and stop following a system that's designed by people who benefit from everything that has been existing ever since we've been feeling the pain. And maybe create a different system, but not just a system that gets us even or get back at them, but a system that creates all of us beyond where our imagination can only carry us. And I think that's a pretty nice thing. So I ask you, ladies and gentlemen, to think about stuff like that. When you take between these times while you're putting this in the hands of the powers that be, the justice system, I want you to be talking to one another and think about, is the Republican Party going to offer you these kinds of things? Is Donald Trump going to offer you these kinds of things? Is the Democratic Party going to offer you these kinds of things? Is Joe Biden talking about these kinds of things? Where's the evidence? If they are not, ladies and gentlemen, then you don't have a candidate running. So what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to go to those polls and vote and write your name in as the candidate that's smarter and care more about this nation than either of them. And when all of you come together and say you know and care more about this nation, then why in the world would they try to still run over people who know better? It won't happen. So I'm asking you, ladies and gentlemen, stand down. There's a plan in play. Listen to some of the other videos. And remember, we are all brothers and sisters. They don't know it. And we understand that. Many of us don't know it, and we understand that. But for those of us who do, these are our brothers and sisters. And we gotta come together. We gotta find some way to come together. And the only thing that's gonna bring us together is justice. The only thing that should bring us together is justice and fairness. The only thing that should bring us together is compassion for one another. The only thing that will bring us together is when we don't stand for nobody trying to separate us. Until next time, I want you to stand down. I'm Eddie Marcus, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. And I don't get a check from Minnesota. I don't get a check from anyone. This is my commitment to God, to say to you that God is better than any man. Till next time, this is Eddie Marcus saying goodbye.